that better?
Here,
Right
let's see.
there? Nope.
If you're lumping, yeah.
Am I good right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, now Elizabeth, get your book and read. Curtis, do your page, please.
There's not any above you.
Okay, that's fine. Do your page, please. Okay. No. Hey everybody, welcome back to This Random Journey. I have a video that has been requested by one of my subscribers, and so I wanted to just go ahead and try to do this for you guys. One of the videos that I have made in the past is the wire flower tutorial, the messy wire flower tutorial, and I'll link to that above. So this video is based off of that kind of same principle. It's going to be a giant wire flower. So I'm going to attempt it, never done it, and I thought I would do it on camera for you guys. Like I said, this video is going to be basically me trying my hardest to figure out how to make a giant wire flower. I've never done it before. So let's get started. I think that in order to make a giant wire flower, I'm going to need quite a bit of wire. So I'm gonna say about 3 foot per petal. So it'd be about that big doubled over, maybe a little less. So about that big. I don't know if you guys can see it. Show it on that camera. Doubled over. So I'm just going to really quick get my wire cutters, and I'm going to clip multiple of these, probably 20. I think I'm going to do 20 of these. So let's do that. Okay, so we finished cutting our 20 big strips. Like I said, it's about 3 foot or 2.5 feet each of those. There's 20 of these. And then now we're going to move these to the side, and we're going to make our next size down. We'll make those about the half of the size of these ones, and we're going to make probably 15 to 20 of those as well. So let's get started on that. I'm just going to move these out of my way, and I'm going to pull this. I'd say probably, we're going to say that long, and let's go ahead and get these cut. Like I said, 15 to 20 of them. Make sure when you're working with wire you have some kind of eye protection on. I just wear my glasses, but it's really easy for a stray wire to pop up, like this one just could pop up and get me in the eye. So just make sure you're being very careful whenever you're working with wire. Alright, so now we have the anywhere from 15 to 20 of the next size done. I'm going to just lay those over here with the other ones. And now we're going to do what will be the center of the flower. And I would say we don't want those very big, so probably about a foot or so. And we're going to make, let's do 20 to 25 of those. I think that we're going to want a lot of that because that's going to be like the focal of the flower, like the very middle of the flower. And I mean, we don't have to use that many if we don't like it, right? So, like I said, this is all new. It's a kind of a trial and error, gonna be a trial and error kind of thing. So, it could turn out to be nothing, or it could turn out to be awesome. So let's get these cut. I think that's a little less than a foot. It might be about a foot. Yeah, it's probably about a foot. I'm not using any measuring tools. I'm just eyeballing this. I don't think it has to be anything perfect. I'll probably wind up crinkling a lot of these to give it some kind of a shape. So you can hear my washer in the background. I'm doing laundry, and I'm homeschooling right now. I got Elizabeth on this side. She's doing her reading, and Curtis is on this side. He's doing spelling. So we're multitasking today. Okay, so we have now gotten our middle, what will be our middle here, all these little guys here. So we have all the different sizes that I think we're going to need, unless I decide to add some as we start building. I think I'm going to use this aluminum utility wire. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering what kind of wire this is, I'm not 100% sure. I got it somewhere really cheap at a hardware store. It's called Anchor wire. So, yeah, I got it for 20 bucks. Actually, I think I got it on sale. It was half off. So, that's where I got that hardware store. It's really flimsy. I probably would have chose something a little bit stiffer to make this wire with, but I didn't have anything, and it's just making it with stuff I have, trying to be economical here. So I'm going to use this aluminum wire that I have to make a, which I don't like that it's really shiny compared to this wire's really dark and dull. I wish I had, you know what I'll do? Instead of doing that, that would be the easiest route. But because I don't want this really shiny look, I'm actually going to take the same wire, and I'm just going to make, so I'm going to like double the wire over. I'm going to make it rather large. I'm going to cut that. So I'm making a circle. So what I'll do is I'll just twist these two wires together, just like I'm going to do for some of this other work I'm going to do. I'm just going to twist it down. I don't know if you guys can see that well, but I'm just going to twist all the way down. And this will give me, actually this will give me a hook to be able to hang it from. It's also going to give me my circle to be a little stronger than just this little flimsy wire. And you could actually make it even bigger if you wanted to, like so it's even less flimsy. So I'm just going to go down here to the end, not quite to the end. I'm going to loop it around, and then I'm going to finish that twist and twist it off around. Hope you guys can see that. I'm going to twist it around that in there. And this doesn't have to look pretty because it shouldn't be seen that much. And then I'm just going to go ahead and twist that around that. So this can be rough because it's going to be a messy wire flower, so it doesn't have to look perfect. And we will use this little notch here at the end, hopefully, hopefully to be able to hang our wire flower on the wall or wherever, on a board if we choose to make it like a board. Okay, so from this, we are going to take our little wires here, and this is going to be the center of our flower. So basically we're going to be recreating what we just did. So we're going to go like this. We're going to pinch it down. We're going to leave a loop on the end, and we're going to, however big a loop you want, I think a small one for me. And we're just going to twist those down. Now, I'm going to warn you, if you haven't done much wire work, this will get to where it's hurting your fingers. But you will grow to where it won't hurt your fingers. It's been a long time since I actually have done wire work, so my fingers will probably get really sore by the end of this. Now, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing. So in theory, this is what I had thought in my head. I would do this, I would leave the end like that, and then I would twist it to finish it off at the end. So I'm going to just go with what my gut told me to do, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we move on and we find out something else to do. And so you can use a power drill to be able to get even tighter turns. If you don't have a power drill, that's okay. Just use like pliers. I have these ones here. And I might not be able to get it twisted very tight with these either, but we're going to try. Okay, so we have our first one. See, I don't like how loose that is. I was worried about that. I was worried about how loose this part was going to be. And so, in order to fix that, I'm going to crimp it right there. Or try to crimp it and twist it tighter around that other one. It just ain't going to work. So, what am I going to do? Alright, let me think this through and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've been thinking and trying to figure out a solution to my issue here. And I know this would have been a lot easier if I would have just did one big wire. Well, in theory it would be easier to do if I just did one big wire like I did on my other one. But it's so much, it would need so much wire that in order to get it to look right, I don't know that that would work either. And that would be just a huge mess to try to clean up. So that's why I went with this method first. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take our biggest wire and our little stem here. I'm going to lay this on our circle. So I'm going to lay it like that. I don't know what's going to look better, but so I'm going to lay it on the circle like that. I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to wire wrap it around. So I'm going to have to go through that hole. Again, eye protection is very important. Try not to scuff up my new cabinets here. Wire wrap that around. And I'm only going to go like probably 3 times. Maybe 4. Go ahead and do it 4 times. Around it. And now we can bend this up and it no longer will flop around. And we have our first big petal started, so it'll loop back around like this. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take our middle sized wire, this one, and I'm going to place it, on my thing. I'm going to place it here, just like I did that wire, like elongated, and I'm going to take our big wire, maybe, take our big wire here, and I'm going to wrap it, I'm going to wrap that one just once so that it stays put, maybe, with the help of my pliers. A lot of things with me is trial and error. I don't usually get something just by doing it. I usually have to do it the hard way 50 times, and then finally one way will work. And so that's what this is you guys getting to see my process of how I work. Alright, so now we have our middle-sized petal. If these weren't twisted, you could see it a little bit better probably. Let me untwist it a little bit so you can see it better. Alright, so there's our first petal, our big one. And this is our middle one. We're going to wrap him a little bit more around this so he stays. And then that should be good. And then I'm going to loop him and I'm going to wrap him around again. Lots of wrapping in this. So I'll wrap him right here. Now it's probably hard to see on video what I am doing. But I'm basically just wrapping the end of that middle wire around the other wires at our base. Alright, and then I'm going to give it a good squish right here. I'm just going to squish it so everything's nice and tight, so those aren't wiggling around a ton. And so now we have our first little middle thing. We have our first, let me get this curved up so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like. Our first middle thing here, our first big petal, and our first medium petal. Can you see it? So that's what it looks like. And so basically what we're going to do, oops, basically what we're going to do is we're going to continue all the way around to make a big flower. And then when we get all of that on, we will shape it. So I'm going to work on that, and I will bring you back whenever I get all these petals on and attached. And if there's anything that I have to change up as I continue, of course I'll let you know. So yeah, we're going to get that going. Okay, so I finished the petals and I have quite a bit of wire left, and I'm going to be working on the center here and strengthening the center and making the center look like a ball kind of. And how I'm going to do that, I'm using one of the long pedal leftovers wires, and I'm just going, I already wrapped it on one side, and I'm just going to take it to the other side, leave, which is going to be difficult to show you guys because I got to fight the wire a little bit. Take it through the pedals so that I can wrap it around and try to show you guys. So I'm making basically an arch, and then I'm going to push it through and wrap it around on this side as well. And I'm just going to just keep doing that over and over and over again until it's nice and solid and I have a nice little ball here in the middle. Okay, so we have completed our wire flower, and I shaped it, and got our little hook that we left in the back, and here it is. I don't know if you can see it. I'll take a picture of it like against the wall so you can see it better. So that's the wire flower. As I was making this one, I actually thought of a better way, I think, to make a big giant wire flower. So I will be thinking on that and then probably make another video using that method. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, ignore my dog's clickety clacks on the hardwood. Susie, lay down. Susie, lay down, baby. Go lay down. Go lay down. Lay down somewhere. Lay. You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? Well, come on. So as I was making this flower, I actually thought of another way I could do this that would be simpler. So I'm probably going to wind up making a video with that tutorial once I think through it. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time.